Hello and welcome to my channel where I talk personal development, minimalism, and also I talk about my journey to Sweden where I've been living for the past 10 years. Right, exactly. Yet another channel devoted to personal development. The world needed that, didn't it, right? But hopefully through my own spin and personal experiences you will find the content of this channel somewhat interesting, hopefully, right? That is my high hopes. But in today's video I want to focus on something that you probably haven't heard that much of, namely artificial intelligence, right? Does that ring a bell? Probably it does, right? Actually, right, so AI. And specifically in today's video, I will be talking, oh, by the way, I'm glancing at my notes, that's how I do it, that's how I roll. So specifically today, I will focus on sort of, that hopefully after this video, you will be convinced that you've got to start using AI today, right? So that's the sort of point of it all, and I will try to delineate 5 aspects or 5 arguments why I think you've got to start today, if not yesterday, right? So feel the pressure as I do, and everybody should, I suppose, but we'll see, right? So hope what I actually heard before I start a nice comparison. So some people were talking on some of the podcasts that I listen to, one of the podcasts I listened to, and they said that artificial intelligence is the new internet now. Like from in the 90s, right? The internet came about, but the other person said no, it's actually like inventing fire. Oh, that really sort of stuck with me, this comparison, and sort of it speaks volumes, right? So, but anyway, let's jump right into the video after this prolonged introduction. And by the way, I always publish a video after the first take, and I don't edit them because I want them to be raw. Hopefully it's to your liking too. Right, anyway, the first aspect why I think that AI, well, you've got to start using AI today is that you want to stay relevant, right? Sort of, I suppose there will be a lot of conversation on that topic as there already are, like the relevance of human beings when, not if, or when sort of artificial intelligence and robots and and so forth and so on and so forth, whatever we saw in sci-fi films, say 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, whenever they will take gradually more and more jobs from us. Obviously, there will be created new jobs and so on, but even the new jobs will be dependent on you knowing how to take full advantage of artificial intelligence and other technological, latest advances. So you've got to take care of your relevance, and in order to stay relevant, you've got to know how to use artificial intelligence. I read also in an article a few months ago that just when it comes to teachers, right, is AI going to replace teachers? And it said, no, it won't. But the teachers that know how to use AI to their advantage will replace the teachers who don't, right? And that I agree with. So it's all about staying relevant, We all want to stay relevant, because it kind of gives us purpose, right? And again, this is what partly life is all about, feeling relevant and needed, right? Argument number 2, you want to stay employed. And I already sort of said it in the first argument that, as in the example of a teacher or any other profession, obviously those more cognitive professions will be maybe even more or are going definitely more affected by artificial intelligence than the blue collar sort of labor, at least at the very beginning now, and in a couple of years' time. But later on, all jobs obviously will be sort of maybe not dependent on artificial intelligence, but well, codependent, I suppose. You'd have to incorporate using AI tools on an everyday basis to augment whatever you're doing, make it more efficient, effective, and hopefully more pleasurable, so that you can focus on things that are not as repetitive or mundane. So there's plenty of positives. But again, you want to stay employed, you've got to start using those AI tools today. In this video, by the way, I will not be giving specific examples what tools. I'll leave the comments below if you want to see that sort of video. I will be doing it definitely soon, but if you find it quite urgent, so I can sort of make it sooner than later, right? Reason number 3, you want to improve your life, right? Well, it's sort of also, I know, depending on what age you are, people tend to be early adopters when they are younger. I also read in a study that if you're over the age of 35, you're significantly much less likely to want to incorporate new technology and tools in your life, because it's just human nature that we feel very, very safe in our comfortable groove, right? Whatever we know. So it's almost unnatural to kind of get out of our comfort zones, but we've got to do it in this case, definitely. And artificial intelligence, as I said, definitely will improve our lives, is improving, has been improving, but now is the promise is that, again, you want to get rid of, you don't want to continue needing to do those tasks that are, again, repetitive, dull, right? That they don't require creativity, or they don't give you sort of boost of energy. So whatever can be automated should be automated. So again, improving your life, hopefully, even though at the very beginning it may feel uncomfortable. In the long run, it hopefully will sort of benefit your day to day, right? And you know, us as a species. Yeah, that's the hope, and I strongly believe in that. I want to be positive, and not to think of those, you know, doomsday scenarios like from Terminator and so on, and other films, or I, Robot and whatnot. Let's not go there. Let's not go there just in this video, at least. Let's save it for another video. Right, reason number 4 why I think you should start using AI tools today. Where was I? Yeah, you want to keep up with the conversation, right? Again, it depends on what your social circles are and your colleagues at work, but I think more and more conversation will revolve around AI. And it might be a good idea to be well versed in what artificial intelligence is and isn't. And also not to be sort of swayed by those that claim to know how to use it and claim to know where it's going, so whilst they don't, right? So it's very important to have a good understanding, you know, basically it's understanding at the very beginning of what artificial intelligence is or isn't, what it's capable of, what it can sort of do for you, for society now and in the long run, what the hopes are, and also what the sort of risks can be. So again, you want to be sort of understand this is a big thing, as I said, the internet before, fire before, and now it's the artificial intelligence. So you want to be able to take active part in the conversation intelligently, right? So again, it's very important, I suppose. Reason number 5, see it as a natural progress. I'm going to read it. I wrote quite a lot. Natural progress of our species, like before, you know, right before, like we invented writing, right, in the Egypt. I know that the pharaoh of the time was afraid that this would make people stupid. Same goes for printing press, and then the engine, right, but differently, but the invention of written language, printing press, and so on. I think in those terms that it's a natural progression of our species. But in this case of artificial intelligence, is way bigger than invention of language or the printing press. But obviously at the time, those felt as big as probably artificial intelligence today. But again, it will sort of boost our species to whole new realm of what's achievable, what's sort of imaginable, probably to levels or areas which we can't even think of now, artificial intelligence will augment our life. And those were the arguments why I think you've got to start learning about artificial intelligence today. Baby steps. Search for YouTube some videos and so on. Don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. I'm not an expert, but I'm very fond of it. It's one of the areas that I really devote a lot of my time on to understand well, and incorporate in my life. So I want to leave you with just to ask you, how often do you use artificial intelligence, AI tools, as in, do you use them? If not, why not, right? This is also really, I'm very curious of how you look on that, sort of your perception. All right, that's it for today. Thank you that you've subscribed. Obviously you have done it, right? Because why wouldn't you? No, just joking. Again, if you find this sort of content and me talking like that to your liking, so consider subscribing, please. I like the video if you did like it, and leave plenty of comments. I always answer all of the comments. So thanks a million for dropping by, and thanks so much for your precious time. And I hope I'll talk to you soon. Bye.